Hello everyone, welcome to Short Shot Archery, and today I'm probably reviewing my oldest piece of bow equipment that I own. I got this fletching jig about 10 years ago, and I've never made a video on it. So Kevin sent me a message saying he would love to hear my take on if I've had any other fletching jigs. Well, this is my main fletching jig, and this is the fletching jig that I just keep coming back to, even though I have tried others. So in this video, I'm going to cover things that I do like and I don't like about the Bitzenburger Fletching Jig. I'm going to show you how I use it to fletch my arrows, both feathers, vanes, and even spin wings. So let's get down into the build of this fletching jig. So overall, this fletching jig is ridiculously solid. The whole thing's metal. It's pretty much one piece. A magnet here protecting the magnets that hold the clip. But even the clip itself, everything's metal. So with that, you don't have to worry about it getting knocked over. You could drop it off a table. It'll probably do way more damage to your floor than you'll actually do to this fletching jig. So that makes it really handy for taking it places. So like if I fly with this, it can get squished in the luggage as much as I want, because it's not going to break, it's not going to bend. Unlike, say, a plastic fletching jig where, if you're not careful, you could potentially crush it. Now, on the bad side of that, since it's metal, it's got some weight to it. It's a noticeable weight. And that could add too much weight to your luggage. So you do have to weigh your options there if you're looking for a fletching jig to travel with. So Bitzenburger's been making fletching jigs now for over 50 years. Now, besides making a really tough fletching jig, even their paperwork is tough. This is a 10-year-old piece of paper that's been sitting in a bag getting squished by this fletching jig for the last 10 years, and way too many, well, there's never way too many archery trips, but a ton of archery trips, and it's still in usable shape. Of course, in this manual, they break down all the offsets for your fletchings. You can do 3 vanes, 4 vanes. They have the degrees of separation for all those vanes. Full details on all of that. I'm just going to put a link to Bitzenburg's site. You can read it from there. But from my reading of their website and of course this instruction manual, they pretty much cover all the fletching setups and combinations you could pretty much desire. Also, with this fletching jig, the clamp is offset by 45 degrees, which gives you a really good view of what is going on between your arrow and your fletching. Also, if the straight clamp isn't going to do it for you, Bitzenburg also makes clamps. This is a straight clamp, but they also have right helical and left helical clamps. So if you want to put a helical on your vane, especially for like those compound shooters out there, they have that available for you. So this is how I set up my Bitzenburg. So I use 3 vanes on my arrows, and I have it set to the 120 degrees setting. So 3 vanes, each vane 120 degrees. So I load my arrow in there, nock first, and then I put my clamp on. Now, in my clamp, if I'm using, say, feathers, I'll set my feather to the desired location, and it'll stick nicely to it with the very strong magnets on this fletching jig, and then just glue it down. So when outdoor season comes and I'm putting spin wings on my arrow shafts, I pretty much do the same process. I put the arrow in, I put the clamp down. Now there's no spin wing in the clamp. I then take a pen, or usually a pencil, and I'll just use the clamp to draw nice straight lines at the exact length and distance away from the nock that I want on the arrow. I'll do that for all 3 sides, take the arrow off, and then put my tape on to apply my spin wings. Now, some people may say, wow, this is taking a lot more time, but I really like the precision of this fletching jig. In the past, I've purchased other brands' fletching jigs, and I keep finding myself going back to this one because I just haven't found another company that beats like the unparalleled accuracy and consistency of this fletching jig. When I draw a line on my arrow using this fletching jig, regardless if it's the first vein or the last one, it's always in the same spot. Now, for some of the other fletching jigs I've used out there, I would sometimes run into consistency problems. I don't know if it was because I was fletching 3 veins at the same time or what, but based on my experience, I've had the most consistency and accuracy with this fletching jig. So if you do have any more questions about this jig, I will have a link to Bitzenburger's site down below, so you can go and check out. They have like a whole list of information and questions people ask. I will also have a link to Lancaster Archery, where I bought this 10 years ago, so that you can get a price on it. And other than that, hopefully this helps you out in your quests for fletching your own arrows. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed and found this interesting. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and happy shooting!